Hello. Good evening, everyone. Is it audible? Can you make it confirm, please? Is that audible to all? And we will start the lecture after 2 minutes. Let others to join and let me share the link with them. Okay. Honey, good evening. Good evening, Shundram. Good evening, Shivu. We will take bit time today as some other people. Ramanuj, good evening. थोड़ा सा टाइम लेंगे आज हम 2 मिनट ज़्यादा नहीं बस मतलब बिकॉज सम न्यू पीपल विल जॉइन एज वेल ऑल दो आई हैव रिक्वेस्टेड टू एवरीवन don't keep that blocked, you know. Rajat, good evening. Shudhakaran, good evening. Jitendra, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Just give me 1 minute. Fe- ठीक. So it's a first lecture for us, a new beginning, right? So thing is, persons who are joining recently, they are just suggested to go through the description after the lecture. There is a strategy session. I talked about resources and everything because repeating the things is not the good thing, right? But here I would like to tell you that be very attentive over the lecture, over the words, because you may have the fear for modern algebra, but I'm pretty sure this will be gone once you keep attending lectures. Okay, I'm not boasting, I'm just putting the experiences over a decade. So let's see how this will work. Fair. So persons who are new to the lecture series, for them I would like to only say one thing, कि I always believe prepare in right way. I'm not gonna give any lecture here, just I'm telling you ki what is the philosophy of my teaching, no matter what the topic I am dealing with. The thing is, in the first lecture, I always firmly believe to decode the syllabus, to come out with a proper lecture plan, and to drag a picture, clear cut picture in front of your mind ki yaar, okay, what we are gonna do in this particular topic all about. So I always say thing is preparing in right way. So for me the right way is whatever the topic you are studying, develop the concept, है ना? So for that you can take supporting examples, right? And it's not enough until unless you do not address the demand of the exam, it doesn't like convert into the result. So for that what we need to learn is we need to learn the problem solving techniques, right? So for example, if you are going for the CSE exam or the forest services, In both of the exams, you may feel the difference, the way of asking questions. So if I'm not wrong, the way in the forest services they used to ask questions in 1719, now they are asking those in CSE. So yes, surely the level differs in both of the exam, but if you prepare the concept according to these two things, believe me, nothing is gonna be left. Fair? So after that, the previous year questions ka analysis, I am saying analysis, not the solutions only. So when I say acha, persons who are new, this is babe cam, to thoda sha kabhi kabhi blur karega, but it will be automatically settled, है ना? So have patience for that. Okay. So whenever I say PYQs analysis, it means if you are answering some question here in the class of some particular year, you must try to analyze in what manners you can think of. So no matter you are taking 10 minutes for one question, doesn't matter at all. Matter of fact is you have to explore the things. Like the last we had finished the vector calculus, so we had tried the well ki acha stocks, Gauss divergence, where it will be applicable. The things are like that. So meaning, overall picture, when I say prepare in right way, ki if I am going through this sequence, my job is done. No matter how extraordinary I am or how the ordinary I am, the thing is I am following the right way or not. So for me, this will be the simple picture. Now it's up to you how you take that. People may ask for resources. I already said here the PDF is being provided. So nothing apart from that PDF is required in supporting of the lectures. Fair? That is more than sufficient. Chale. So let's start today's topic. Acha, some people would have thought that today they will learn all the inverse axiom, all the inner automorphism, homomorphism, everything. It is not gonna be show. Today we will try to have a clear cut picture ki why you have a fear for modern algebra. Fair? So when I talk about the modern algebra, basically it consists of two segments. Number first is group theory, and the number second is ring, integral domain, field. Okay, dears. But once you are good at the group theory, then those topics are just like a replication of the things. So you people have to invest your 70% time here, okay, and rest of the things will be settled within the time of 30% there. So when I talk about group theory and when I say ki you have to devote your 70 to 80%, I am saying time or efforts, I have a logic behind that. What is the logic actually? So the thing is, why people you have like so much fear. Acha, anyone can comment, not the comment type of chat mein you people are there. Can you tell me what type of fear you carry in algebra? Although I know. Chale. Number first thing, it is pure maths, ठीक है, but base of mathematics, right? Number first, it may be the like आपके दिमाग में ये चीज हो सकती है, ठीक है. Thing is, when you have to prove कि 1 minus 1 becomes 0, you feel the awkwardness, right? आपको लगता है what if someone asks you कि prove this, right, you feel like कि यार ये क्या है, right? When someone asks you, देखना, when someone asks you what is 2 minus 3, right, you reply that as minus 1. Thing is कि your mindset is like planned or framed like this. You never thought of कि why you are giving the answer as minus 1. You getting my point? Why you are giving the answer as 0? If some teacher or some person would have taught you कि what is the logic behind this, it was very much possible that you will like you would not have the fear for modern algebra. Fair? So the right way to prepare modern algebra is कि whenever you do something, you try to get the logic behind that, from where it has started. Fair? अभी क्या होगा? Thing is, practical scenarios as well. देखना, बहुत छोटी सी बात मैं आपके साथ करता हूं. लेट्स से someone talked about associativity, right? So many of us may feel कि this is a concept of modern algebra, and like this is very awkward, this is not a formula kind of, right? Okay, let me take an example for this particular associativity. Suppose that what you people do, you people use the tea making, right? So some people may have the process, देखना, what they do is they take the milk, इसको boil करेंगे, they will add the sugar, they will add the tea leaves. Means someone took the milk first, and sugar and tea leaves they have taken, and like simultaneously and mixed with this. Some people may be ki like they will add milk and sugar first, and then they will add the tea leaves. What is the product, by the way? Product is tea here, product is tea here as well, right? ध्यान से देखना, it is very much possible the taste of this product differs from the taste of this product. It is possible or not, right? It is very much possible as well कि taste does not differ from here to here. So thing is, when you had three elements, right, you like you took the operation between two elements, then with the third, first or second के साथ में operation, then with the third, and you get some products, and those products may differ or may not. So mathematicians had the great interest behind this. They were not interested in this practical like this tea and all problems. They were interested in pure mathematical concepts. समझना इस बात को. Suppose that in place of this thing you have a set of integers. ध्यान से देखेंगे इस चीज को. You have a set of integers and mixing up kind of thing. You took the operation as subtraction, and when you talk about set of integers, it means you have the set negative integers, positive integers as well. What mathematicians were interested, they thought कि what will happen if I do like this. Fair? And not over here only, mathematicians were more interested what happens if they take the same set of integers with the addition, will this result differ? Did you get my point? The thing is, good evening, Amit. Whenever you are dealing with the maths, you always may not have the practical feeling. But that doesn't mean that those concepts which you are studying, those are absurd. Not at all. Thing is, when mathematicians did this, suppose that in place of this set of integers, they took a set of functions, right? And suppose that you have a set of function f1, f2, and so on. They were interested in knowing like this composition of functions. So what is the operation they have taken here? Composition of functions. In the same manner, they may proceed like this. But the beauty of pure mathematics is that somewhere you stops. What? Very fixed kind of sets. Whereas, अब ध्यान से समझना, whereas in practical life, suppose that you are preparing the tea here, someone may say this iced tea, someone may some green tea, someone milk tea, some black tea, something like that. But for mathematicians, it is just a product that is tea. And how they landed up with the thing is, they said they come up with a concept of isomorphism, right? What mathematicians thought that if some two spaces, two elements, two set of domains are isomorphic, then they will study just one domain and will elaborate the things of this domain to the isomorphic domain. Suppose that they study Z and they found कि Q is isomorphic to Z, for example, set of rationals. I'm saying for example. Suppose that they found कि some set of natural number that can be made compatible with the Z, positive Z. So thing is, mathematicians will not be interested in studying all these sets separately. They will study one and will extend the results over the other aspects as well. So for mathematicians, they don't study particular objects, and here we differ from the humanities part. And even in humanities mein, like they may study like one part, this ethnic, that ethnic group, that ethnic group, and it's all. Mathematicians, what they does ki okay, mongoloid, for them that is a set, Caucasoid, that is a set. And if mathematicians found a isomorphism between these two sets, they will elaborate everything of this mongoloid part to Caucasoid. Am I clear to all? So whenever you study the modern algebra, you may suffer with some these pure maths ka concept. But those are not tough if you feel those. What? You must feel. For example, associativity with this particular example, now you will never forget in your life. Getting? Why mathematicians are always interested in isomorphism, now you will forget it never. Because mathematicians don't study thousand problems, they study those problems which are unique in nature, and other problems which are isomorphic to these, they will leave out those. Am I clear to you all? इतनी बात समझ में आ रही है? Are you getting the thing what I try to convey here? Please say yes or no. Everyone, whoever attending the lecture first, second time, doesn't matter at all. फेयर शिव। अभी मैं थोड़ा सा आगे बढ़ता हूँ। What happens is in this group theory part, we will have some axioms like this. ठीक है, associativity, inverse, this identity and all. But for that, what is our top priority? ध्यान से देखेंगे इस चीज को. For that, the top priority for us is grasping the definitions. Please focus the word here. Grasping the definitions, and how to grasp those definitions, and that is the pure experience based concept. In my student life, I never felt those because the process was reversed, which like invented during my teaching journey. What is that? If I am able to visualize it, ध्यान से देखिएगा, then grasping becomes easy. For example, with this particular set of example, I tried to make you visualize. Now you feel the associativity. Suppose that I tell you, uh, for example, this is also an example. Suppose that I tell you कि होता है ना, what I can say is, सपोज दैट अभी पार्लियामेंट चल रहा है, सेशन, राइट? सो पार्लियामेंट सेशन, ओके, सो अभी क्या है, मिस्टर मोदी, मतलब वट एवर ही विशेस, ही इज मिस्टर प्राइम मिनिस्टर, सॉरी, वट एवर ही विशेस टू सो, और वट एवर ही विशेस टू टॉक, ही डस. बट कैन यू रिमेंबर कि उनका कोई काउंटर एग्जाम्पल है क्या? Suppose that someone comes into the picture, let's say Mr. Chief Minister Uttar Pradesh. Okay, what he does is, whatever the aura he created the opposite era aura, sorry, I am not saying he is negative or positive. I am just saying there is one aura created by this person B, one aura created by this person A. What happens is, when you study these two auras simultaneously, you got the result. Sorry, please don't might get, like, don't get offended. You get the result as zero. I'm pretty sorry. Okay. Thing is, you said ki okay, he will talk about 5 trillion economy. He will talk about the religion, and please don't judge me, okay, over here. So religion becomes the inverse of this property, and this religion, extremism, made this null and void. So what you call ki this is the identity of India, which were in the 2000 years ago, where you were nothing, right? So उन्होंने, this becomes the inverse of this, and this becomes the inverse of this. When you operated these two simultaneously, you end up with no positive, no negative, you just on the zero. You getting my point? So thing is, I may not like I may exclude this example. Sorry if anyone get offended. मैंने सोचा नहीं था, but still I took that example. पता नहीं कहाँ से, just intentionally. Thing is, if you think like this, you may feel inverse axiom in mathematics, in modern algebra. So when I talk about inverse, what you will say, this person is inverse of this, and this person is inverse of this. And now the same logic if I extend over this set, for mathematicians this all ridiculous, they don't consider at all these things. You know, if in mathematics I talk like this is a blunder actually. This chai and all, this is not allowed in mathematics, okay? Mathematics works on the concepts only. So suppose that I come here, what happens is, you have one element 2, you took other element as negative 2 because you have set of integers that contains negatives and positives both, and what you got, this the result as 0. Whereas if you add in any integer the 0, you got that integer itself. Means this has no effect over any element. So whenever some element made this as the result of no effect, then this element will call inverse of this, and this will be called the inverse of that. So thing is, whenever you are doing the modern algebra, it is very much required to visualize the concepts. और कॉन्सेप्ट का विजुअलाइजेशन कैसे होगा, दैट विल बी डन थ्रू दीज एग्जाम्पल्स. And again I said, examples are not thousand in numbers here. Examples are very strict, very less, like 10 categories, like almost 10 categories mein everything will be summarized. So whenever you are doing the group theory, the first thing your mind should always ask, what is the logic behind anything? Whatever the operations you are taking, what is the logic behind that, and what is the end result of that? For that, we will have to learn definitions. To learn definitions, we must make those visualizing. Visualization कहां से होगा? That will be done through the examples. This is all ridiculous. ठीक है? In mathematics that is not allowed at all. ठीक है? So this is the, like, just one note from which I wanted to start this lecture, to just make you feel कि अच्छा इस topic में how we will be moving and why you people feel bored in modern algebra. Fair? After this, I will try to decode each subtopic of this this modern algebra. Then we will be moving slowly on the topic. Fair? Please note down this. And again, who are new to the lecture series, please sit with proper copy and pen. Note down everything, whatever I say here, whatever I write here. It is almost equivalent to offline lecture. ठीक है? सो डोंट थिंक कि यार ये तो अपने को आता है तो पहले क्यों नहीं सोचा इतना, राइट? थिंग इज, टीचिंग टफ थिंग्स आर नॉट, टीचिंग इज नॉट टफ फॉर टफर थिंग्स. Thing is how you connect the dots between those things. That is the point. That is, I always say, prepare in right way. Sorry, please note it down. After this I will try to decode the syllabus. This is just the intro part. And write down everything except this example. That is all ridiculous. This example ignore, please. And one it is noted, please do let me know in the this chat. नोट हो जाएगा तो बता देंगे ना. Noted? Fair. What about others? Please reply some one or two people more. If it is noted, then please do let me know. Everyone, अगर आज नोट नहीं हो पाएगा, डू लर्न द प्रोसेस, टेक द स्क्रीनशॉट, है ना? अगली बार से प्रॉपर नोट करके रखेंगे, है ना सुंदरम? फेयर, गुड. Okay. Fair, Jitendra. Fair, Amanuj, Amit, everyone. Fair, fair, fair. चले. अभी क्या करते हैं? Decoding the syllabus. And while decoding the syllabus, I would like to explain terms with bit definitions as well. So what I told you, my dear fellows, number first is we have to learn the group theory. ठीक. So when you talk about, ध्यान से देखेंगे इस चीज को. When you talk about group, how it come into the picture, as a beginner we must think about this. So if you remember the previous talk, what I was concerned about, tell me. I was concerned about a set, है ना, कि कोई ना कोई तो set of elements you have. What you are concerned about? The set of elements. Let's say you talk that set as capital G. You can take that as S as well. Not an issue at all. Fair? Obviously, if this is set of elements, so it will have elements some like small z1, g2, z3. It may have some finite number of elements. What? Finite number of elements. Suppose that if you have another group set, sorry, not group, g1 dash, g2 dash, g3 dash, gn dash, इसके पास कितना एलिमेंट है? Infinite number of elements. Fair, not an issue at all. What I do here is, suppose that I take an operation. क्या कर रहा हूं? An operation. Let's say that operation you denote by the symbol. Fair? Star. अब आपने क्या किया? What happens is, you defined that operation between two elements of G. Fair? And suppose that you got another element of G itself. For example, what you did? You took G1 element, you took G2 element, and for example, you got Z5. बात समझ में आई या नहीं? You are taking any two elements of G itself, applying that operation between two elements, you got the third element. साथ ही साथ में मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल लेते हुए चलता हूं. लेट्स से इफ G को हम क्या ले लें? क्यूब रूट्स ऑफ यूनिटी सबको समझ आता है? चलिए फोर्थ रूट्स ऑफ यूनिटी ले लेते हैं. G एज, लिखो, फोर्थ रूट्स ऑफ यूनिटी. यहां से समझ आएगा सबको. बी ऑन द बोर्ड प्लीज. फोर्थ रूट्स ऑफ यूनिटी कहने का मतलब G is the collection of 1, -1 आयोटा माइनस आयोटा। किसी को अगर तनाव होगा तो किसका पावर 4 करके 1 मिल सकता है? दोज आर द नंबर्स हियर, राइट? पावर 4, if you do, you will get 1. So यहां पर z is what? Elements having these 1 -1 iota minus iota. चलिए, if I apply the operation as multiplication, ध्यान देना, iota into minus iota, that gives me iota square. Iota square is what? Minus का 1. So that comes out to be 1. What happens, dear fellows, कि you have applied the operation as multiplication between any two elements of this set. You got the third element of that set itself. कोई दिक्कत यहां पे किसी को? So this you call the usual multiplication. बस just one point here. अभी क्या किया आपने? Suppose that you took a set, इसी के साथ में देखना, took the star as plus, that is usual addition. अभी देखिए, now see what happens. If I take iota and took the operation with the other element of the set itself, what you will get? 0. iota minus iota 0. क्या ये g के अंदर है? नहीं. Am I clear or not सबको? So set is same, but once you change the operation, you have two different pictures, right? So for mathematicians, it is the only point of curiosity. So what they does is कि it is very much depending on the nature of operation between elements for what the result you are going to get. So suppose that whenever you talk about this, ध्यान से देखेंगे इस चीज को, ध्यान से देखेंगे इस पॉइंट को, दिस ऑपरेशन, ओके, दिस इज नथिंग बट अ फंक्शन. कहां से कहां तक? You take between two element and you got the third element of g itself. So you will say this is said to be a binary operation on the set g. एक एक वर्ड को यहां पर कैच करके चलेंगे, otherwise you will not be having the joy in this algebra. If you take the operation between any two element of capital G, you got the third element of capital G itself. I, J, H, those are lying between 1 and N. Check it out. I'm talking about this capital G only. Fair? So यहां से अपने को क्या मिल गया? For Gi belongs to Z, Gj belongs to Z, we have ZH again in G. पढ़िए इसको everyone. An operation is said to be binary on some set. Binary operation uniquely has no meaning, my dear fellows. Operation will be always applied on some set. And if G itself is empty, it has no sense at all. So what you have to do? G as non-empty set. Did you get my point? So आपकी प्रॉब्लम पता है क्या थी? You people have studied the definition of binary operation कि अच्छा ठीक है, दो एलिमेंट्स के बीच में लगाएंगे, तीसरा एलिमेंट मिल जाएगा, that will be called binary. Applying on between two elements, we will get the third element, but you never get into the words. And that is the problem why you people suffer in these topics. And once you be in the habit, which I will surely develop with the lectures का flow, you people will enjoy this topic. ठीक है, अभी देखेंगे क्या हो गया अपने पास, अभी भागेंगे नहीं, ठीक है. So what I told you, this operation, क्या बोली इसको, and this is nothing but a function itself, right? Operation means function. आपने g क्रॉस g के ऊपर एक फंक्शन डाला है, राइट? चले, तो अंडरलाइन कर लेंगे ऑन g नॉन एम्प्टी सेट को. अब आप देखिए, फ्रॉम वेयर आई हैड स्टार्टेड, सेट, और हमारी लाइफ ही यहीं से स्टार्ट होती है. व्हाट, we have some set of problems, we have some set of dreams, we have some set of friends, we have some set of books, we have some set of thoughts. Am I clear or not? So for example, you people are from the UPSC background, you have some set of thoughts. Now you mix up those thoughts, let's say the Marx ka philosophy with the let's say mine. Okay. When we mix those two philosophies, what the third philosophy I got, whether that exists in the ORN or not. If that exists in the ORN, then set of philosophies in ORN is closed, otherwise nahi. Right? So thing is, what I'm so going to say here is, whenever you have some set of elements and, ध्यान से देखेंगे इस चीज को, क्या क्या दो चीजें हैं अपने पास, the set of elements and an operation, right? Now I'm gonna combine these. What? Set and operation, right? तो set and operation को जब मैंने combine किया, I got this thing. And if this happens, we landed up with a structure, and we call that algebraic structure. What? When you combined some operation with a set of elements, and that, क्या बोला यहां पर, G is non-empty and this is binary on G. ध्यान से देखेंगे इस चीज को. What I told you with this set of example, I told you it may happen on applying some operation between two sets, you got some element which is out of that set, maybe in that set. If that set is combined with this operation and you got this result to be true, means on applying that operation between two elements of that set, I'm saying any two, right, of this set, you got the element of that set itself, then you say कि Z with respect to this operation is an algebraic structure. Am I clear or not? This is also said Z is said to be an algebraic structure with respect to operation star. Check it out. Will, like, am I able to give a message for you कि how this is gonna be started? हमने कहां से किया? हमारा बचपन से ही सेट हमारे पास किसी चीज का था, हमने उसके ऊपर ऑपरेशंस डाले. नाउ वी आर इंटरेस्टेड कि वो सेट से बाहर कुछ मिल रहा है कि नहीं, and we landed up with the concept of algebraic structure. Why the word algebra come here? अरे भाई, these operations may be plus minus division, multiplication, and wherever these operations comes into the picture, we call that as algebra. And since you have some structure, so you call that algebraic structure. Please note it down. And if you have any doubt, then please do let me know. And even if you are not enjoying these definition, still do let me know. Okay, Shadakaran. Fair. What I said is, suppose that you have some set of elements, right? We talk about the philosophy. Suppose that you have some set of thoughts. ठीक है? uh, Suppose that this plebiscite, referendum, है ना, डेमोक्रेसी के अंदर में. So suppose that you took a set of thoughts, okay, or philosophies. You combine any two thoughts of that set, you got the third thought. Suppose that when you combined the plebiscite and referendum, ultimately you will get some hint about democracy, and set ka name you have given the democracy. Under that you have some five terms, right? If I'm not wrong, right to recall. Okay. So thing is, if on combining any two things of a set by some operation, अब ऑपरेशन आपका क्या है? What the operation is? Combining two philosophies is the operation. You got the third philosophy which is under the set of democracy. Then set of democracy with respect to operation combining the philosophies is an algebraic structure. Shudhakaran, is that clear now? Is that clear to everyone now? And is that noted as well? Okay, Shudhakaran, fair. So number first, what we have to study? Set. Okay. Okay, Shibu, fair. So whenever you study the algebra part, the preliminaries part is to study about set. कि empty set क्या होता है, non empty set क्या, what is that, right? Binary operations are what? Functions are basically what? Because somewhere we will be taking the set of functions. So today I'm just decoding the syllabus, not going into detail of everything. But algebraic structure was very much required before, because before that I can't start anything, right? चलिए. So what you did is आपने ऑपरेशन डिफाइन कर दिया सेट ऑफ एलिमेंट्स पर. Okay, so let's come back. So one thing we have to study is set of elements, fair, with some operation. So let's say if that set is Z, combining with that, you got an algebraic structure. What do you got? Algebraic structure. ठीक है? I'm just gonna decode the things now. If देखिएगा, from here onward, how will it be moving? Suppose that an algebraic structure follows, ध्यान से देखेंगे, follows some property. Those are associative, right? Identity, inverse. axiom, those are called axiom. फेयर. क्या किया आपने? An algebraic structure follows some particular axioms. I gave you a feel of associativity in the starting of the lecture, right? Right. So, in the same manner, I will give you the feel for this and this as well. If some algebraic structure follows these property, we call that structure is a group. कोई दिक्कत अभी? डोंट पैनिक अबाउट दीज थिंग्स because that is our like lecture. Today we are decoding the things what we have to study. Fair? चलिए. So what is the topic? Group theory. For group theory, from where we had started? Set of elements with the operation algebraic structure. That algebraic structure follows some properties, some axioms. On combining these four things, what you got? Z with respect to that composition is a group. Till here it was what? Algebraic structure. On addition of these properties we got a group. ठीक है. So अभी हम क्या करेंगे? अपने चैप्टर में ग्रुप स्ट्रक्चर्स को पढ़ाई करेंगे. We will be studying, what we will be studying here? Different groups. And what are those groups? Infinite groups, like set of complex numbers, set of real numbers, set of integers, set of rational numbers. आप R से रियल को डिफाइन नहीं करते हैं, ठीक है? दिस इज अ रॉन्ग इंटरप्रिटेशन. रियल नंबर इज डिफाइंड लाइक दिस. ये जो लाइन होता है, दिस डिनोट्स द set of complex, set of reals, set of integers, set of this rationals. ठीक है? Suppose that we may have set of functions. ठीक है? In that we will study set of permutations. Okay? हम पढ़ेंगे set of matrices, right? General linear group and all. So thing is how I divide this particular topic into different categories. Number first is visualizing the definition. इनको हम कैसे यूज करेंगे? To visualize every definition. For example, if I told you 0 is the identity element of Z plus, कैसे visualize करेंगे? For example, 0 is the identity element of the group Z plus, where plus is the usual addition. अब जीरो के बारे में तो you people know from the childhood itself, right? But what will happen when you will take set of matrices? What will happen when you will take the set of functions, set of permutations? So once I categorize each of the group, you have to be very calm with very patience. You will learn these 10 category of groups with next 3 lectures. Okay, next 3 lectures में you just forget everything whatever you studied about group theory, not matter at all. Just try to get what I am trying to convey for each particular set of group. After that, किसी ने बात किया inverse का. I will see the inverse over this group. I will try to see the inverse over this group. When I will try to see the inverse over 10 groups, the inverse का definition will be एकदम से like will be perfectly clear or not. And why you didn't this prepare this right way? Because you started in the other way. You mucked up the definition of identity axiom. Okay, E is said to be identity if there exists A into E equals to A. No. First visualize that. पढ़ लिया definition, make that visualize through these groups, you will learn that definition automatically. Not only you will learn, you will feel that. Clear है अभी? So the first set of this segments, the segment 1 will be discussing about all these structures. ठीक है? After this, अब आप देखेंगे. So what I said is the segment 1 is the preliminaries. ठीक है? Segment 1 is like set क्या है, functions क्या है, right? Preliminaries के बारे में, some number theory का concepts as well. Don't worry about, because many people may have the sock for the CSAT 23, right? That is not the, I don't know why people have created that much nuisance, but okay, fair. So number theory के अंदर में uh, how does that fox like what you can, number of divisors of a given number, right? We may need number of relative primes to some given number, right? What is Euler's phi function? Hardly these are some like 4 to 5 things which we'll need to learn over the preliminaries with the set ka thoda sha definitions, right? So this will be included in the set of preliminaries. That will be the segment 1. After that, I moved for the segment 2. And segment 2 is what? Studying the group. ग्रुप्स में क्या होगा? ऑल पॉसिबल ग्रुप्स. ठीक है? और वो कहां है? Right? So this will be our way of studying segment 1, that is preliminaries, segment 2, that is algebraic structure, group के properties, different groups कौन से possible हैं, visualizing those things over those groups. Fair? थोड़ा सा like messy हो गया है, please try to cooperate. Although I tried my best, still थोड़ा सा cooperate करेंगे, है ना? कई बार ऐसा हो जाता है. So segment fair. चलिए, आफ्टर दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग्स, ग्रुप्स जब पढ़ लेंगे, डेफिनेशंस को विजुअलाइज कर चुके होंगे, देन वी विल बी मूविंग फॉर सेगमेंट 3. ध्यान से देखेंगे अभी व्हाट वी विल बी स्टडीइंग इन सेगमेंट 3. दैट इज मोर इंटरेस्टिंग नाउ. बेसिकली व्हाट हैपन्स इज देखेंगे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जस्ट टू मेक यू विजुअलाइज, ओके. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, we have taken the set as 1 minus 1 iota minus iota with respect to usual multiplication. ध्यान से देखना इस चीज को. What I'm gonna tell you now. What happens is, if I multiply 1 any times, I am getting 1. If I multiply minus 1 2 times, what I did? Multiplied minus 1 2 times, I got 1. I can represent this as minus 1 ka power 2 as 1. I have done I into I got I square, that is minus 1. Again I multiplied by I. Again I multiplied by I. What I got? 1. So this implies I ka power 4 is 1. Similarly, minus I ka power 4 you can see as 1. right? So what happens is, can you observe these things? When you apply that operation two times on -1, you got 1. When you apply the same operation on iota four times, you got 1. Four times on minus iota, you got 1. So basically here 1 is the identity, अभी just लिख लेंगे, of g with respect to usual multiplication. Let's say I denote it by this. Fair. Also, we can observe there exists some finite positive integer n such that z ka power n is 1 for all g belongs to capital G. What does that mean? Ki if you apply that operation in n number of times on any element of this, you got 1. Here n is what? 1. Here n is what? 2. Here n is what? 4. Here n is what? 4. So whenever this happens with anything, basically we land up with some concepts. So those concepts are order of element. Okay. We will end up with isomorphism as well here. We will study about subgroups here, right? So thing is, whenever I talk about the segment 3, you people will be discussing about these two concepts, mainly what is the order of that element in that group. So whenever you study the group theory, you start from set, operation, algebraic structure with some properties, groups. ग्रुप्स के अंदर में now we are more interesting कि what happens if I keep on combining thought of this referendum. Okay, Sudhakaran, referendum, referendum two times, three times. Is there anything which is very much identical with that? So thing is, whenever you keep on operating between same element and you got that one element in every time, then you will end up with the concept of order. Order के बाद में we will be learning about isomorphisms, homomorphism, just with definitions, inner automorphism. So that will be our segment 3 here. First segment preliminaries, second segment studying about completely about group structures, all possible groups. Third will be, you can say, some basic definitions related with groups like order of element and all. ठीक है, इसके बाद में वी विल हैव द नेक्स्ट सेगमेंट. अभी आप इसको नोट कर लीजिए प्लीज. जस्ट बी रिलैक्स्ड, आराम से नोट कीजिए. वी आर नॉट इन हरी. ओके, because the clarity I carry in this topic na, you will be perfectly having the concised information at one place. Rest of the persons, Shudhakaran, Jitendra, everyone, Rajat, Amit, everyone, is that noted? I don't know, Shaman. Priyank, did you join the class today? Priyank Mishra, I guess. What I know. Some people messaged they will join. No problem, Shibu. Keep on noting. हनी ओके फेयर शिबू नोट कर रहा है अभी तो ओके अमित फेयर शिबू नोट कर रहा है अभी तो बोलेंगे तो वेल स्टार्ट ओके शिबू फेयर so three segments are clear we will be moving like this okay fair so the fourth segment will be that's the most important segment and very easy one just listen me here what I am saying is what we have studied till now just इसको समझने के लिए since we have studied क्या है ग्रुप जी कंबाइंड विद सम बाइनरी ऑपरेशन ठीक है फॉलोइंग सम प्रॉपर्टीज दैट इज अ ग्रुप सपोज दैट एच इज अ नॉन एम्प्टी सबसेट ऑफ जी ध्यान से देखेंगे वी हैड स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम द सेट राइट एंड लेट्स से for example we have taken that set 1 minus 1 iota minus iota and what is the group we carry z with respect to this symbol is a group where this is what usual multiplication what usual multiplication चलिए I took just a subset of g ठीक है सपोज दैट आयोटा एंड माइनस आयोटा इतना सब लोग समझते हैं जी का सबसेट है या नहीं राइट अब देखिएगा व्हाट हैपेंस इज आई डिफाइन देखेंगे व्हेन आई कम ऑन द सेगमेंट 4 वी डिफाइन another set what is that set let's say that I represent y gh suffix में g है ध्यान से देखेंगे gh and this is nothing but g into capital H for all this is the symbol for all अभी तो मैं आज के क्लास के लिए सीधा यूज कर रहा हूं नेक्स्ट टाइम ऑनवर्ड्स वी विल बी यूजिंग दिस सिंबल फॉर ऑल for all h belongs to h and g belongs to g बिल्कुल तनाव नहीं लेना है for example if I take here -1 and I do the operation with capital H what I call it H -1h this will become -1 into पहला element -1 into second element of H so this comes out as minus iota right and this will become plus iota fair okay the more interesting part is this What is that? Suppose that I take the element I and operate with capital H. अभी क्या होगा? Iota into iota, iota into minus iota. So what it is? Iota square. This is minus iota square. Tell me what it is. This is minus 1. This is plus ka 1. What happened? Minus 1 into H comes same as H, but this is not H. The thing is this, कि whenever you have a group, you take H as a non-empty subset of G, then you define an operation like this. ठीक है? It is very much possible you get different sets when you operate by different operations. Fair? अभी तक what I did is मैंने नॉन एम्प्टी सेट लिया था केवल. नाउ दिस इज जस्ट फॉर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. ओके, ध्यान से देखेंगे. What I do is let H comma star be a subgroup, not only subset of the group G. ठीक है? Then GH is called left coset of H in G. क्या बोलेंगे? Coset. So basically this segment 4 we will study about coset theory. Coset theory will lead us to the Lagrange theorem. ठीक है? Very important. Without that group theory is nothing. Okay, Lagrange theorem will lead us to Fermat's. Okay, and with that we will have questions in our exam, CSE, or as well as forest services. So when I talk about segment 4, we will be basically dealing about these things. Is that clear or not, Shabko? So similarly, Hg is called right coset of H in G. So ultimately the coset, please highlight this word, कोसेट कहां से आया? स्ट्रक्चर जरूर ध्यान रखेंगे. सबसे पहला G, फिर सब ग्रुप, देन यू हैव द कोसेट्स. राइट? प्लीज नोट डाउन दिस एवरीवन. बस इसके बाद में फाइनल सेगमेंट आएगा. किसी को बोर तो नहीं? आर यू गेटिंग बोर्ड? आई एम ट्राइंग माई बेस्ट टू मेक इट मोर इंटरेस्टिंग एंड रेस्ट पता नहीं. इफ यू आर फीलिंग बोर्ड प्लीज डू लेट मी नो. ओके, noted Shivu, very good. Rest of the persons, is that noted? रजत, ओके फेयर. सो उधर साइड में कर सकते हैं हम लोग, बट एनीवे इसको हटा देते हैं. एंड प्लीज से बेट सर, है ना? अगर किसी का नोट नहीं हो पाएगा तो प्लीज कैन यू एक्सप्लेन अ बिट अबाउट फॉर्मेट्स. रजत, अरे भाई, फोकस ऑन दिस वर्ड अभी। कोसेट थ्योरी का जब लेक्चर आएगा, लैग्रांज पे जाएंगे, फॉर्मेट्स अपने आप समझ में आ जाएगा। तो इतना जल्दबाजी क्यों है मेरे भाई? अभी मैं फॉर्मेट पढ़ाने लगूंगा और ग्रुप पढ़ाया नहीं है, तो कैसे बात बनेगी? अभी तो जस्ट आई एम ट्राइंग टू मेक यू फील कि व्हाट यू हैव टू स्टडी इन द ग्रुप कैटेगरी वाइज। बस आप सेगमेंट 4 में कोसेट वर्ड को याद रखिए, यू जस्ट रिमेंबर द वर्ड कोसेट बस। एंड कोसेट के लिए द सीक्वेंस, ग्रुप, सब ग्रुप, कोसेट। फेयर। So let's come on the final segment of group theory, that is segment 5. Basically in this segment we will be dealing about conjugate elements, conjugacy classes, ठीक है, क्लास इक्वेशन, ठीक है, sorry, basically we'll be dealing about this class equation, then we will be moving for Cauchy theorem, ठीक है, basically we will be moving for silos then. So here I would like to tell you, just note down these things. When we will be coming on this, you will be clearly picturizing this through those different groups. Very easy, I am saying. But thing is, how you deal those things, that will matter. Fair? So segment 5 of group theory will be like this. Abhi, if I summarize the group theory, देखेंगे इस चीज को, we have to study some basic concept from the 10 plus 2 level, that I myself will tell you. Okay. Second is groups, all possible, right? Why? To visualize definitions, right? What is the third segment? What is that? Segment third was what? Subgroups, order of element, isomorphism, cyclic groups. वहां पर मैंने नहीं लिखा होगा, यहां पर आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू द ब्रीफ, समराइज कर रहा हूं ग्रुप थियरी को. The next segment will be coset theory. Okay. The next segment will be class equation and silos. Fair. तो अपने को पूरा का पूरा ग्रुप थियरी will be divided in these segments. Fair. So our flow of lectures will be moving like this. And end of the day, you have to retain this flow only. Every question will be answered smoothly. Fair. So this was the talk about the group theory. What I told you in the starting as well, 80 70 to 80% time will devoted to the group theory. Then we will move for अच्छा, इसको आप ना, इसको फटाफट लिख दीजिए एक बार. जस्ट राइट डाउन दिस, देन आई विल टेक अ प्रॉपर बोर्ड फॉर रिंग theory, है ना. वन बोर्ड विल बी एनफ. प्लीज नोट डाउन दिस फास्ट, एंड प्लीज राइट दिस एज वेल, अदरवाइज यू मे फील कि यार पता नहीं क्या क्या पढ़ना होगा. बहुत ही शॉर्ट. Please note down this fast. Noted? Fair? I guess everyone else also noted, right? Chale. Now we'll be more interested. Okay. Fair, fair, Rajat, fair, Sudhakar. Till here, any doubt? Anyone? Is the interest maintained or not? Or you are losing like your previous lectures? With any teacher, I'm not commenting on anyone. I'm talking about just algebra only. किंगशुक डे गैलोइस theory. अरे रुको भाई, रुको. चले, आराम से अभी आएगा. चलिए. सो पार्ट 1 वाज, देखेंगे हमारी दुनिया, फ्रॉम वेयर आर वर्ड स्टार्टेड. आर वर्ड स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम द सेट. यही तो स्टार्ट हुआ. वी हैड अ सेट, राइट. हम यहां से कहां मूव किए? वी टुक ए बाइनरी ऑपरेशन. व्हाट वी टुक? बाइनरी ऑपरेशन, राइट. स्टार is the binary operation on G. So set से कहां पहुंच गए? algebraic structure. Fair. ध्यान देना, evolution I am talking about. Okay, this is the like we study na sapiens. So I am telling you group theory का evolution. We had some set, ठीक है. We took the operation that is binary on G, combined those two with some properties. अभी क्या किया? With some more properties, right? Like associativity, identity, inverse. What you got? You got a group. कोई दिक्कत किसी को? सेट था, सेट पे ऑपरेशन डाला. एक सेट एक ऑपरेशन, वन सेट वन ऑपरेशन, वन नेशन वन वोट, है ना. वन नेशन वन वोट plus some restrictions. What I'm saying? You got a group. Fair. अब आप समझिए. What happens from here onward? We took two binary operations. Two binary operations on same set G. Let's say you denoted those two operations by this star and this symbol. Fair. So ultimately what the structure you have, for example, you took the set of integers with usual addition and usual multiplication. ध्यान से देखिए इस चीज को. One set, one set with one operation, with some restrictions, group. One set, same set को underline करेंगे. One set, two operations, with some restrictions, with some restrictions. Restrictions over plus कि ये खुद में ग्रुप बने, restrictions over dot. ध्यान से देखेंगे, रेस्ट्रिक्शंस ओवर डॉट, ओनली थिंग इज अल्जेब्राइक हो जाए और एसोसिएटिव हो जाए. व्हाट यू सेड? Z comma plus comma dot follows this restrictions and distribution over what? A dot B plus C is A dot B plus A dot C. A plus V dot C equals A dot C. This is called left distribution law. This is called right distribution law. अब देखना, what happens, my dear fellows. Let's say if I call this as small a, this as b, and this as c. So this with the restrictions a b c. ध्यान से देखेंगे क्या हुआ. सेट तो एक ही रहा with respect to two operations that followed some restrictions, like for the first operation it forms a group, for the second operation it follows these two properties. Fair? And in addition it follows the distributive laws. So we land up with a concept that is called ring. कहां से कहां पहुंचे हम लोग? सेट से अल्जेब्राइक स्ट्रक्चर, ग्रुप, ग्रुप से रिंग. फेयर? फ्रॉम हियर what happened is some extra restrictions, okay, just for the part time, here I'm telling some extra restrictions on ring. We will end up with the concept of integral domain and field. मेरी बात समझ में आ रही है? सेट, सेट से अल्जेब्राइक स्ट्रक्चर, अल्जेब्राइक स्ट्रक्चर से ग्रुप, ग्रुप से रिंग, रिंग से इंटीग्रल डोमेन एंड फील्ड. क्या था? वन सेट वन ऑपरेशन, टू वन सेट टू ऑपरेशन. इसके बाद भी इफ यू आर इंटरेस्टेड, यू टुक टू सेट्स टू ऑपरेशंस. फेयर? व्हाट यू टुक? टू सेट्स two operations, you will end up with the concept of vector spaces. That's it. Did you get the evolution? And as we studied some particular definitions in the group theory, those definitions will also be studied for this ring integral domain and field. Like we will study about subring, we will study about subfield, we will study about prime elements, we will study about principal ideal domain, ठीक है, Euclidean domain. Please don't panic about these terms. These I will explain in very lucid manner. Here you will study the field extension and one theory which King Shukdev explained, the extension. Okay, that will lead us to some other, that is Galois theory. Very restrictive information. Okay. King Shukdev, अभी क्लियर हुआ? So please note down in the same manner, so then tomorrow if someone asks you what you feel about what is set, what is group, what is ring, what is integral domain, what is vector space, you can tell this picture clearly. इसमें किसी को डाउट होगा, please raise your voice. Anyone I am saying. एंड प्लीज नोट डाउन इन द सेम मैनर, क्योंकि दिमाग में जितना क्लैरिटी रहेगा, योर रिजल्ट विल बी दैट मच फार बेटर. Please note down properly and please feel the sequence. Jitendra, are you getting properly? Tell me. Because like this is a very much concerning point for me. Even though I was not feeling well, still I am trying to like make today's class very energetic. It is taking a lot of efforts. Still I am trying. Okay, Shibu. Fair. Rest of the persons, is that noted? Everyone? So our way of studying module will be like this. We will start from here. We will discuss group theory. We will do ring integral domain field. Then we will be starting linear algebra. Okay. So that is why I always say there is one theme. What is done? Fair. That is why I always give a theme that is algebra for me. And when I say algebra, it means abstract plus linear both, because I felt that how it is evolved. So if you people are studying linear algebra first, now you can think of what blunder you are doing actually. Sibu is saying, okay, Shivu, thanks, yaar. Even before starting the lecture, I was like so much planned how I can make you feel actually. You said in the group, right? कि सर लूसिड पढ़ाइएगा कुछ करके, है ना? लव यू. चलो. So today's lecture just I just put for that decoding the syllabus because I know कहाँ पे lag था, है ना? Sorry. ठीक है. So last but not least is syllabus we have decoded, right? Now I'm telling you in what manner I'll be proceeding. Today I decoded the syllabus. First step, uh, first three lectures, 1 2 3, these lectures ध्यान से सुन लीजिए, will be completely devoted to study different possible groups. ठीक है? I'm saying devoted, so that means a lot for me. Okay, because once you visualize the symmetric group na, things will be pretty easier. So please make your mindset for this कि starting के 3 lectures में you may feel कि पता नहीं यार सर क्या कर रहा है, but believe me, these 3 lectures are gonna made the solid base for you. Fair. After that we will be taking definitions properly. Please note my this word. Till now, you have missed this thing only. We will be discussing about definitions properly and how to make those visualize with these lectures. I will give you the PDF, I guess, day after tomorrow. Almost the PDF is ready. Okay? Will share. So if you say कि सर कौन सी बुक पढ़नी है यहाँ पर, I am saying if you are interested. Again, I am saying this is more than enough. No matter how many books you study, I have studied more than that. Okay. I have studied Krishna series with my graduation. I have studied the Galleon for my PG. I have studied the Michael Artin as well. I have studied the Ian Hastin as well. I have studied the Khanna Bhamri as well. Fair. So the thing is, no matter what book you follow, I have already done that much task for myself, and that is included in the PDF. So if you are interested, you can go for the Joseph A. Galleon. Okay. Again, I'm saying if you are interested, and if you are following any book, whatever you learned, just add that in your class notes. Otherwise, believe me, end of the day, you will have nothing at your hand to retain. So अगर आपको बुक पढ़ने का मन करे, so Galleon you can go through, but I will suggest if you are following the PDF with the classes, there is no need for that at all. After that, in sufficient complement of that, I will giving you the assignments for subtopics, because I have prepared those assignments for this particular algebra. The story is, I'm not boasting myself. During my IITs, we took the course for algebra. The Dr. Amitabh Tripathi है ना, Deepak is there. Deepak जानता है उनको. ID डाली Om Priyanshu. You know ना Dr. Amitabh Tripathi. We were 53 guys under that professor. 7 got passed, rest of the persons got the extension in the semester. So thing is, I am not the bond of modern algebra, but I only know I have passed that course and I was out of those 7 students in modern algebra. So that is why I enjoy, I like so much devoted to this concept, this algebra part. So you can trust on me, you can trust on the assignments. अब बात समझ लीजिए, the final talk, changing pattern of asking questions is not traditionally proof kind of, but that is more of this step. इस पॉइंट को ध्यान से समझिए इस लेक्चर सीरीज में. प्लीज मेक दिस अ पॉइंट, बिकॉज वेन एवर आई विल बी टीचिंग दिस अलजेब्रा पार्ट, I will be trying to make you visualize Z10, Z10 cross Z5. What are the number of elements in that? What are the possible subgroups of Z10 cross D3, the dihedral group? So thing is, the changing pattern I have observed for the CSE as well as forest services, they are like shifting the way of asking questions. And good thing is that this change which had happened during my teaching journey in the 2013-14 for the higher mathematics, जब अलजेब्रा का जो चेंजिंग पैटर्न है वो जो वहां पे तब हुआ था, that is becoming now in CSE's way of asking question. So I am pretty much comfortable and pretty much confident over that कि whatever the way I'll be following here, that will suffice your preparation. ठीक है? So this is the all things. Today I tried my best to decode the syllabus, to make you feel what is algebra all about. When I talk about अच्छा अभी इसके बाद we will not be finishing the class. We will have some discussion as well here. Okay. So up to up to this, if you have any question, please ask in the chat. And you can call me as well, 9971 030052. अभी अभी आप कॉल कर सकते हैं. I will talk. Till here, if you have any doubt, any of the source, changing pattern, way of studying, you can ask, please. No doubt, Shibu. That's good. Acha. If you have no doubt, now I'm gonna give you some tasks. Okay. चलो टास्क्स देते हैं आपको हम आज. ठीक है. ध्यान से सुनना आज. आई होप ईच ऑफ यू नो द नंबर सिस्टम, है ना. इंटीजर्स क्या है नहीं जानते हैं तो भी कोई दिक्कत वाली बात नहीं है. ठीक है. What is the number system? Tomorrow I'll be discussing about that as well. So just think of two ways. एक तो है मैथमेटिकल वे, ठीक है, एंड अदर इज बिहेवियरल, दैट इज प्रैक्टिकल. फॉर एग्जाम्पल दैट टी वाला, राइट. I took that. How much lectures will we it will took to complete modern algebra? Shudhakaran, I will not commit any number of lectures, but I will surely say it will take very less number of lectures as compared to those formula kind of study, because this is very much, algebra का part ही तो यही है ना. If you have felt the concept na, questions are of just 1 minute. Changing pattern, what I am talking, Shudhakaran. If in the manner which I told you right now, just previously, if you learned those na, within 1 minute you will be able to answer. And for the same set of problem in numerical analysis, LP, partial differential equation, you will take more than 10 minutes. So beauty is this ki here cost benefit analysis requires, and that indicates ki if your concepts are clear, then you will have surely an ace over your competitors. So number of lectures, I will not say ki it will go for 2 months, but I will surely say ki your expectations say it will be beyond, and it will be like based on the conceptual clarity. Shudhakaran, I didn't give the number of lectures for that, okay? Because that will depend on our conversation, right? How much interest you are taking, and how much the interest you are showing in the things. Shudhakaran, am I clear to you? Okay. So what the tasks I were talking about, tonight or tomorrow, you people will come up with at least two examples. Okay. And you can share within the Telegram group itself. Persons who are new to the lecture series, please go through the description. Don't forget to attend the strategy session. That will give you the clear cut picture about this lecture series. Okay. This is properly offline lecture series. So, in the mode of online. So tomorrow you will come up with some practical examples where you feel the algebraic structure. Like I talked about set of thoughts in the democracy. Shudhakaran, you will come with some sort of examples where you feel ki okay, if I combine these two things, I get the third thing of the same set. ठीक है? What I told you during the orders, right now? What I told you? Combining any element any number of times after some fixed number of operations, you are getting the same element 1. I talked, right? So can you relate with this with some practical examples? Not about the mathematics here. Mathematics I will be teaching you, but before that, whatever I told you today, let's say I went with the ring structure. So can you try to relate practically where you see this ring structure? कि जहां पर आदमी एक खिलौना है ना. और उसको खिलाने वाले बहुत सारे लोग हैं, है ना. द मे बी आई मे बी द सेम पर्सन. स्टडीइंग इज वन ऑपरेशन, टीचिंग इज अनदर ऑपरेशन. नमित, आई सजेस्ट न्यू वन go through algebra playlist that will give you the नमित कोई दिक्कत नहीं है एक्चुअली. वो अलजेब्रा प्लेलिस्ट जो है ना वो लास्ट ईयर के मेंस के लिए था. सो इन दैट आई ओनली elaborated द कॉन्सेप्ट्स है ना. एग्जांपल्स एंड असाइनमेंट्स वर नॉट डिस्कस्ड देयर. सो इफ एनीवन हैविंग द लाइक कि केवल कॉन्सेप्ट समझना है, इफ यू आर राइटिंग दिस मेंस 23, गो थ्रू दैट प्लेलिस्ट. एंड इफ यू आर राइटिंग 24, then that playlist may not help you. Okay, if you are clear about the things, then it will help you. Namit, right? Because that is conceptual clarity lecture series. Yes, that I'm saying a basic concept, Namit. In this lecture series na, I will be dealing in more details as compared to that, because that was the particularly intended for this mains part, right? अभी we have this freshers as well. तो basic definitions वहां पर भी अच्छे से हुए हैं, but here it will be more clear, with more depth, with more solid assignments. So thing is, जिनको मेंस देना है, they are suggested to go through that playlist. For the like freshers it is not suggested. Please keep following this lecture series. कुछ backlog होगा तो from here itself you can cover. Right, Namit? Agree? अरे बाप. Sorry. So persons who have joined recently to the lectures, please go through the description. For everyone else, I have tried my best in today's lecture, also gave you tasks. प्लीज डिस्कस इन द टेलीग्राम ग्रुप इट सेल्फ, है ना. थोड़ा मजा आएगा, इसको थोड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग बनाते हैं ना. एंड टुडे आई एम नॉट गोना स्टार्ट द इलाबोरेशन, द जर्नी ऑफ द ग्रुप थियरी. टुडे आई ओनली द टुक द ओरिएंटेशन सेशन, tried to make the clarity about the picture how we will be dealing this topic. Tomorrow onwards we will be like starting with one by one the things. If you have any suggestions, please do let me know. Otherwise it's over for the day, it's enough for the day. Anyone can talk to me over as well. I can write my number as well. Usually this is completely advertisement, right? Not at all. I'm very much practical. Okay. चले, ठीक है. किसी का कोई क्वेरी होगा, डू लेट मी नो. अदरवाइज इट्स एनफ फॉर द डे. विल मीट बाय टुमारो. गुड नाइट एवरीवन. Don't miss next 3 classes, please. Everyone are suggested, please don't miss these 3 lectures. Anyhow attend these 3 lectures, next 3 lectures. I'm pretty sure you will love with algebra. ठीक है. तो अगले 3 क्लास के बाद फिर कीप डिसाइडिंग आपको क्या करना है. नेक्स्ट 3 लेक्चर्स इज जस्ट फॉर मी, फॉर अलजेब्रा. ओके, चलिए. गुड नाइट सुधाकरन. गुड नाइट जितेंद्र. थैंक यू सुधाकरन. गुड नाइट एवरीवन. इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट यू कैन आस्क, आई एम हियर इटसेल्फ. अदरवाइज इट्स एनफ. किसी का कोई और डाउट रह गया होगा तो बात कर सकते हैं. गुड नाइट सुंदरम. गुड नाइट नमित. Okay, good night Rajat. Thank you. Yes, I'll take care. Actually this is cold and fever ना, it will take 2-3 days. 2 दिन तो हो गया है, 1 दिन और लगेगा शायद, but okay, I'll manage. Good night Shibu. Anyone, any doubt? I'm just here to take your doubts. Okay, any personal doubt you can talk, because tomorrow onwards we will be completely focusing on conceptual clarity. Okay, like particular topic itself, not random doubts. Random doubts is today. एनफ आई गेस, है ना. अभी किसी का डाउट नहीं है ना. क्लास को फिनिश करें अभी. Let's finish the class. And new students, newcomers, all are suggested to go through the description, please. How to follow this lecture series. Okay, Shibu, fair. Okay, Shudhakaran, fair. Good night, everyone. Good night. Take care.